Hi Scorpio, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 13th until the 19th of October. And this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with everybody that's watching. But however, if you'd like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. And now, let's see what the universe has in store for you guys this week. So, Scorpio, please tap into Scorpio's energy from the 13th until the 19th of October. Please tap into the highest possible source. Okay, we already got one there. So Queen of Swords is your present moment card. Let's put that down here. And then we have your crossing, your challenge for this week with the Page of Cups. And in your crowning or the top of your mind. Ooh, okay. So we have the Seven of Cups. The second time today that I've seen the Seven of Cups show up in that position. I'm trying to figure out. Who was it? Who was the other sign? Was it Gemini? I feel like it was earlier than Gemini. Could have been Capricorn. Yeah, okay. So the world, I got distracted there. Okay, so the world is your foundation. So that's what's in your subconscious mind here. So it's completion card. I've seen that come up too a lot today. So it's a graduation card, right? Where you finished off a cycle and now you are entering a better place. You've upgraded yourself. So really proud of you, Scorpio. We've been talking about this all summer and now we're starting to see the results there. So that's good. Let's see your recent past. So recent past, Five of Wands. Good. Liking to see the Five of Wands in the recent past. We don't need this drama. We're done with this, right? Good. It's in the past. And then in the near future, let's see. We have the Queen of Cups. Beautiful energy. Another beautiful energy for you guys. Good. Good. Okay. Woo. Good reading. Oh, okay. So I'm like, don't jinx it. I know you're thinking the same thing. All right. So let's see. So we have your suggested approach, advice from the universe. We have the Two of Cups. Man, I'm gonna celebrate so hard if this is the perfect reading. Wow, 10 out of 10. Okay. And then we have your surrounding energies here. Nice. So Three of Cups. And we have your hopes and fears with the Six of Cups, man. Oh, good. Wow. Oh, such a good one. Such a good one. Okay. And then let's see here. So your potential future is straight. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, this is such a good one. Bottom of the deck. Okay, hear me out. So this is the Eight of Cups. This is sadness and walking away, right? It's not so bad. It's not like Five of Cups type of sadness, but it's definitely walking away, right? It's being disappointed and leaving something behind, but it's not bad. It's very empowering actually, because that's what you've done here. Man, good reading. Oh, Scorpio. I'm so proud of you guys. You've done the work. It really clearly shows that you've done the work here. Good on you. So let's get right to your reading. So beautiful, Scorpio. Best week of the year. Best spread so far. Seriously, good one. Excited. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. That's your present moment. Queen of Swords is clear energy, very sharp. It's a more mentally focused energy with the swords. Tells me that you might be feeling a little bit detached right now. Emotionally, and yeah, but you're still it's enabling you to see situations with a very clear perception here, right? Where that's helping you cut through illusions here, and especially here with your crowning too. So you're valuing honesty above all right now, all. And I feel that because this card usually comes up after you've been through some challenges here to deal with that, and now you're kind of done, where you're just done with lies. You don't want to have that anymore. You don't have any, you don't want to have anyone around you that is admitting things that you can't really trust, right? You don't tolerate that. You don't want any games. You don't want any half-truths, right? So it just feels to me that you're done. You're done. You're done with manipulation. It's just that, which of course can make you seem a little bit detached, especially if you don't offer an explanation to the person that you're dealing with. That is the person, the culprit of this. But I get it. Dude, I get it. I mean, it is annoying, especially if you feel especially as a Scorpio, because you already have the thing with trust, right? It's if you break your trust, it's basically forever. So it feels like you have been put in a vulnerable position here with someone, maybe told them something and they went off and told that to someone else, broke your trust. And now what that's teaching you, like the higher lesson in that, the universal lesson in that, is for you to be acutely observant over who you engage with. And now the unfortunate part of that is that it could also be like inclining you to become a little paranoid with everyone, when it's not the case, when it's just like you have to single out specific individuals that are like this, but now you're just like broad sweeping everyone under the same umbrella, because it feels like, yeah, it's hard, like you've been hurt by someone here. So you have to be extremely observant right now in the present with that. And this is why you're in this energy here. And we have the challenge, so the Page of Cups, right? So the challenge here for you is to just be more vulnerable. And that's the whole thing here. It's about being like able to be more soft again, right? A little bit more playful again. So they're very contrasting energies. Like the Queen of Swords energy is very mature, right? She's very, very clear, very like straight to the point, very truthful, right? And the Page of Cups, like he brings in this sort of innocence, this openness, right? But also, I mean, you won't like that he's a little bit naive, right? He's a little bit risky to trust right now as an energy. So yeah, like that's the thing, you have to integrate these two, because this is where your head is at, this is where your heart is at right now. Your head, you want to be all in your head here. You want to feel like you're very, very sharp, you're very alert, so that you don't get put into the situation again. But your soul, like your heart, is asking you to just crack open just a little bit, just enough, right? Just a little bit, and start letting that light back in again, so you're not just mind-based here. So it is a very strong push-pull between these two here. You, of course, having to hold very, very firm boundaries with someone and seeking truth, especially from this person here. But the challenge here is to not entirely shut down curiosity and sweetness here, right? You have to still be able to be open emotionally here, and have a little sense of wonder about your life, a little bit of playfulness here, and right, and you can still have the wisdom, you know, you can still keep the wisdom, but just, yeah, like I feel like all your guards are sort of up right now, and you don't want to let them down at all. But it's asking you to do that just a little bit, so that you don't get too hardened here, right? And then this explains it too. We have the Seven of Cups at the top of your mind. So like Seven of Cups is like, it's illusions. It is illusions. It could be to do with this individual here. I do feel, however, that it is separate somewhat. I do feel that it's more about having lots of options when it comes to, I'm gonna say it, when it comes to temptations here. Like you're desiring things right now that are maybe not the best, right? Maybe not the best doors to walk into here. And I feel that there are a bunch of those, right? There are just many doors right now, and you're standing in front of them just not really sure which one to go with. And I'm not saying that all of them are bad. I don't think that all of them are bad. Like some could be real opportunities here, but others are gonna be illusions. They are gonna get you distracted and like off your path here that you've been working so hard for. So this is why like it is still important for you to have a little bit of that guard up and be in your discernment here, so that you can choose more clearly rather than just through fantasy here or through your desires here. So yeah, so be mindful of that. It's going to be a little bit of distractions coming up this week for you here. And foundation. So we have the World here. It's been coming up a lot. So World is that, yeah, deep down, you've already closed off an important cycle here. And something has come full circle for you, right? And this was likely a very, very major life lesson for you, where now you're going to be carrying with you that wisdom from that and from that completion, which means that you're not starting from scratch. So that's good, right? Even if it feels a little bit like that, it's not, you're not doing that. So yeah, so it's a beautiful energy here, and it feels like it's going to be helpful for you. It's going to be helpful for you because even though you have all these possibilities here, your soul already knows that you're stepping into a new chapter with like a clean slate, really. So just don't let these illusions here from the past sort of like blur the clarity here that you've already earned with the Queen of Swords here. So yeah, it is a It is an interesting place for you to be in. I would advise for you to stay clear, but at the same time, you know, just don't get too much in your head here, right? Be a little bit in your heart too. Have that balance. That's always good, right? So I'm always going to say that as a Libra rising too. It's always good. Just keep balanced, right? And then we have the recent past. We have the Five of Wands. So there is some conflict that just happened for you with someone here. Could be clashing opinions with someone here. It feels external. It feels like arguments that happen, like power struggles likely, where, yeah, it was a noisy energy that just required you to get here to this point. And I think this I feel is to do with the same energy here. Oh, this is a hair, wait. This I feel is to do with the same energy. And now you're sort of being required to hold your own voice in the middle of this chaos here. But it's happened already. It's in the past, which is why what has shaped you to become in the state here that you are in. And we have the near future Queen of Cups. Makes perfect sense. So again, universe is trying to move you towards more softness here and also keeping your intuition, right? But doing so more from your emotions rather than your mind, because logic is only going to take you this far, right? You still have to be connected to your soul here in order to channel correctly. So there is this necessity for you to lean into your empathy here, especially when you are feeling a little bit detached and very sharp. Be compassionate, right? And try to connect back to that wisdom it is in your heart, right? It's not in your mind. So that's going to help you soften your feelings a little bit. Soften into yourself. Doesn't mean that you have to go back to this person. Doesn't have to mean that, you know, you have to even forgive them. Even though I would advise you to do so for yourself at least. You don't have to express that to them, that you have forgiven them, but for yourself, for not carrying that energy. But yeah, step more into your feelings here. And that's gonna be the advice for you here, to just be a little bit more nurturing in your energy here. So I get it. Like you're moving away from something that was a struggle here, right? And that created this sharpness for you mentally, right? And now you just have to sort of dilute that a little bit with more emotional openness so that you can get your full healing, your full package of healing here, right? So now that you've been through the storm here that we have been seeing all summer with all the towers and stuff, I think it could be different events, but it's definitely, yeah, attached to unhealthier connections here. You're at this point now where you're healing this, and in order to do so, you're gonna just, yeah, you have to be able to invite this energy in a little bit more, right? So that you can bring in the calmness from this nurturing intuition here, right? And let yourself feel instead of just be like in this flight or fight mode here that you've been in. All right, so, and then we have suggested approach to the Two of Cups. Beautiful. Tells me that you do have authentic connections around you, so lean into those, right? Like I said before, it doesn't have to be that you are paranoid and think that everybody's going to do the same thing that this person did. You do have honest people around you, so they are not going to be engaging in power struggles with you. They're not going to be playing games with you, right? It's going to be like a real mutual exchange here. So it could be romantic. It could be someone that you are connected with romantic here. And if you're not into that, it could be a friendship, right? So just focus on that. Whoever it is, focus on honesty and focus on balanced connections here, right? And those are the kind of bonds that are going to make you feel seen. And yeah, you're going to be feeling very much supported by these people. So they are there. They are still available for you. So lean into those. And again, so we have the Three of Cups in your surrounding energy. So that's beautiful. Again, this community telling me that you're not meant to be doing this alone, right? You do have your friends. You do have like your soul circle that is present around you to remind you of connection and to remind you that you are happy. Like you can be happy even while you've been working through some deeper lessons here. There is still support. Beautiful energies here. So you do have that. So make sure to focus on that, right? Especially as a tool to open back your heart here from this mistrust here that you've been sensing. So you do have honest people around you. And you're going to feel, you're a Scorpio, you're going to know who they are. So lean into those connections. And hopes and fears, the Six of Cups. Yeah. Six of Cups. Such an interesting energy to see there. It's like almost like this is the person. It's the same. I know it's not the same energy, but it feels to me like this is a connection from your past. This is someone that you've known for a long time. Could be like a childhood friend, could be someone that you've been with like throughout life that's been there for you. And this is why it stings so bad, right? And you're sort of a little bit nostalgic, like reminiscing of the moments that you had together before this happened. And that you're sort of getting stuck in that nostalgia when things felt really comforting with this person. So, and that's the thing, right? You're scared of that because that is hurting you here. And it could also make you risk repeating old patterns here. It could do that, so be careful with that. And just, you can still honor the past. You can still honor this connection, what it taught you, how you grew from this person, right? Without stepping back and living in that again with the whole package, everything that was good, but also everything that's still bad. So, but you are thinking about that, and I feel that you do miss this person if you're not in contact right now. And it is someone that has been important for you here. So it is an older energy here. Okay, so then we have strength in your potential future. So that's beautiful. That's showing me mastery here. Showing me that you're going to be very brave, right? You're not going to be forceful. You're going to be brave. And yeah, you're going to be leaning into patience here. You're going to be learning that. You're going to be learning how to be compassionate instead of just being aggressive or like, yeah, not trusting, right? Where you're going to be moving forward with like this energy of staying centered in love, right? And having self-control rather than being overpowering here. So it's a beautiful energy as a potential future. And we have the bottom of the deck energy here. So we have the Eight of Cups. So that's the base, right? Which makes perfect sense with this. The base is that you're walking away from something here that's not serving you emotionally. And you're trying to seek deeper meaning here and leave behind things that were not fulfilling to you and that you're not aligned with here. And yeah, you're just being very brave doing that, right? And you're going after the fulfillment that you know deep down that you deserve here. So it is a powerful shift this week, and it's good. Like, you've done the work. Like I said, you've been moving away from this conflict situation, and now you're in this place, right, where you are a lot in your mind, like I said. And this week is going to be about removing some of that mental focus and stepping more back into your heart and connecting with that again, right? So cycle has already been closed, and now you just have to soften into your feelings. Still be authentic, of course, but just balance that with connection here, and especially with the people around you that do want to support you. And yeah, be mindful of not just staying too tangled up in this nostalgia energy here of this old connection, right? And just handle this with strength, move forward with grace, you know, have a lot of courage here. Don't be forceful, be very compassionate with the situation, right? And it's all about leaving behind something that was emotionally empty for you so that you can step into something that isn't, and that is more aligned and real for you. So there is a lot of release going on for you here. That, yeah, it's like you're letting go of old things, right? And it's very brave. And that's going to unlock something better for you that is more aligned with you. And it's going to deepen your sense of fulfillment with yourself, with your life, like your connections with everything. So yeah, it's a beautiful transition week for you guys. So good job, like really good job. You've done the work here. I can see that clearly. And that's all I have for you today, Scorpio. I really hope that this reading resonated. And if so, please make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below which part or which card resonated the most with you. And if you enjoy my channel and you like watching my content, please don't forget to subscribe for your weekly energy forecasts. Okay, bye!